What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another live stream. Excited to see everyone again. Do you love your my mood? Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. How you doing? How everyone is feeling today? By the way, how is the video today? I have decreased the bit rate, so hopefully it won't be any problems whatsoever on today's live stream. How everyone is feeling today? Excited to see everyone. Hey Joel, what's up? Fiesta, how you doing? CB Mal, what's up, dude? I am locked in. That's awesome, dude. Duca 10, what's up, dude? Luis, nice to see you as well. The video is good? Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Sanji? Nice to see you. Ben James, what's up, dude? Yes, we are back. And today we are back with some AI development. Okay, some AI development. And I'm gonna tell you something. On the last couple of days, I have been exploring a little bit this AI development. And most precisely, local development with Ollama, with RAG, with embeddings, and honestly, I'm so excited about this stuff. I'm going to show you some of the things today which totally blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind, because I thought that AI development was literally about me interacting with ChatGPT. Dude. When I started to develop a little bit locally, like literally making vector searching and everything, it just blew my mind. Absolutely blew my mind. And today I want to do some of that. Because I have literally just played a little bit with it and already blew my mind. And I feel like if I spend some actual time with you guys here on a live stream, this will be much fun. You know what I mean? Exactly. Some AI content today. How everyone is feeling so far. Are you guys having a good week so far? I'm having a fantastic week, Went to the gym as usual today and had the fun time as well. Yeah, dude, the vector searching is so hardcore. Like, honestly, I had no idea what I was even losing. It's insane. Today I'm going to scratch a little bit of it with you guys, and it's already mind-blowing, like literally. But yeah, today we are doing that, and I think it will be awesome. So, buckle up, because we are about to get started, alright? Swimming today, that's cool, man. Every single day, we need to go out. Remember that. If you work remotely, remember to exercise pretty much every single day, okay? What happened to Go? Nothing, dude. I've tried Go, and that's it, I've seen that Go is the same thing as the other mainstream languages, and that's it, You love my content? Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you. Alright, dudes. Let's get started with some of the topics today, okay? I'm going to just explain you a little bit of some of the things we are doing today. So let's switch here to some coding real quick. Today we are doing a couple of things, okay? I'm going to start a live stream by explaining you what is Ollama, okay, and what it does. Then I'm going to show you some of the models I really like in Ollama. Okay, this is currently my favorite model, by the way, which I'm very curious to see if you'll be able to run this locally plus streaming at the same time, because it does literally require a bunch of gigabytes of memory. If I knew that I was using this stuff, I probably would have ordered 128 gigabytes of memory if I had a clue that this was a thing when I ordered my MacBook. It's insane. Hey, Matru, how you doing, dude? Hey, what's up, Alex? Nice to see you. How you doing? Yeah, exactly. AI is so much more than literally chatbots that today I'm going to show you some of the cool things I have discovered in the last few days, but I'm very excited about this stuff. Very excited, okay? So, let's start by the beginning, okay? The plan is literally diving into Ollama, into some of my favorite models in Ollama, and actually start using them locally with this library I've found. Call it Ollama PHP. Now, there is a bunch of AI clients out there, Prism and many other PHP clients. This one is so far my favorite. Okay, it's called Ollama-PHP, and gives me an API very similar to my package OpenAPI. Okay, you guys know I have this package called OpenAI PHP client, and I wouldn't be surprised if the guy actually inspired himself building this package out of, some of the code I have made, because literally it's like using past, using pint, is using some of the things I'm doing, and I wouldn't be surprised if the code is a little bit inspired, and that's okay, by the way, that's totally fine. But, this client, it's very similar to my own client. As such, it looks really cool. So I want to use this client to interact with Ollama locally. So we are going to do that, put this locally, and just kind of simulate a chat interaction to begin with, okay? Then the real fun starts, okay? After actually having, me interacting with the model locally through the console, my second phase of the live stream will be the most fun, okay? Because we are going to dive into this concept called RAG, which for all of you, you can forget this term already. So if you search for AI RAG, you will see kind of this very complicated terms called retrieval augmented generation. Dude, just forget this, okay? Just forget this. RAG is basically memory, okay? It's about, like, when you ask the AI tool, what is my name, for example, she will be able to go to her memory and look to my name, basically, okay? Or if I go to the AI tool and I ask, did you remember when I asked you this thing? And the AI will basically go to the memory of the AI, search for that information. So this is what retrieval augmented generation is about, and we are going to see this today, because there is actually something happening here which blew my mind totally, which is the fact that when the AI is searching for memories, it doesn't search for words, search within a vector, and that absolutely blew my mind. So we are going to dive into all of this today, and I promise you, it's easy as fuck. Like, literally super easy. You guys are going to understand this very quickly. If I was able to understand this in 30 minutes, you guys are going to understand this so fast. Okay? Okay. Oh yeah, this will be dope. There is also tooling that I want to speak with you about, and model contracts protocol. Okay? We are going to talk about this. All of these things, which are literally all of them about AI development. Okay? So let's start with the basics. Let's go here into this project, which is literally a Laravel application, and I'm going to develop all my code within the package folder, because I do want to actually extract this to a real package called RealMind. Okay, we are going to literally develop a real brain today using AI. Okay, and I haven't seen any of this because it's actually expensive to do all this computation using an AI model. But because we are using a local AI model, I can do whatever I want. I'm not paying for it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm so, I'm stoked about this. Luis, how you doing? Duca10, what's up, dude? Thank you. I'm also super happy about this and excited. Hi, Marco, what's up, man? Renato, what's up? How you doing? Patrick, what's up, man? But yeah, so let's start with the most basic thing in the planet, in some of the concepts we are going to dive in today. I'm going to open the README. And some of the things I wanted to jump and talk today are, what is Ollama, what it provides, what it does in some of my favorite models. Then we jump into the regular chat interaction. What is a system chat? What is a user chat? And also, what is an assistant on that, okay? We are going to set up a regular chat without any memory, which is the problem today. Like, literally, every time you open ChatGPT, a new session, that will basically be something new, like a new conversation that you are having with the AI. It doesn't remember anything, okay? So we are going to do that as well locally. Then I'm going to introduce you to RAG and embeddings so we can actually have infinite memory. And this will be coupled with Laravel, with the real database, with vectors, with searching. Will be super exciting and easy to do, okay? We are going to build this too from scratch, by the way. Okay, we are not going to include a package or whatever. We are going to literally build this memory from scratch. And finally, if we have time, I'm going to explain you briefly what are tools in what is the model context protocol everyone is talking about. But I can tell you, this is very easy to understand as well, okay? Tools is about giving an API to the model so she can interact with your laptop, for example, okay? You can have a tool, for example, which is called a terminal, where the AI can send a command and fetch the output of that command. You know what I mean? That's basically one tool. You can have another tool, which is giving the AI access to interact with your browser, for example. Okay, so the AI can just go to an URL, take a screenshot, and see the screenshot afterwards. Okay, so it's basically a way of making the AI go outside of the sandbox and interact with real tooling in your laptop. Not only in your laptop, but also on the internet, for example. You know what I mean? And finally, we have this new thing coming into the scene called a Model Context Protocol. And by the way, I'm not an expert, okay? I'm not an expert on this topic, but I do know that it's basically a way of defining tools out there as well. And, you know, there is multiple ones. If we go here to the Safari tool, there is already, for example, I can use the GitLab tool, for example. I can use the Google Drive tool to literally just interact with the AI and navigate through my files on Google Drive. I can use Redis, for example, Sentry, and much more. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future you can literally interact with Laravel Forge or Laravel Cloud through ChatGPT, for example, because we provide as well a model context protocol. You know what I mean? So anyways, dude, I've been so into this stuff recently. Like yesterday I spent, I went to bed at 3 a.m. Literally at 3 a.m. jumping and diving into this stuff. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's get started on this stuff. First of all, if you guys want to play with AI local development locally, you guys have to have this thing called Ollama.com, okay? It's called Ollama. I'm going to send it to you, okay? However, I need to tell you, Ollama, if you want to use the best models, so you have the best experience locally, just like you have with ChatGPT, for example, they do require memory RAM. Okay, so you need to actually have memory RAM available to use, some of the most powerful models. But, once you click on download and you actually install this stuff locally, it's actually very easy to use. Let me show you. You just go here and you click on models and you have a list of models that you can use locally. There is a bunch of them, like DeepSeek R1, which this one you know already. But this one is my favorite, Gemma 3, which honestly sounds like ChatGPT locally. And when I dive into this, I'm going to choose the one which is the more powerful one with 27 billion parameters. Okay, I'm going to click on this thing and I'm going to copy this command which I can run locally. Okay, So I'm going to copy this, dive into my terminal again, open this all the way up, and then I'm going to type the following. I'm going to just copy paste. Okay, just copy paste this stuff. Okay, the copy paste the command that came from the browser, okay? And I'm gonna type enter. Once I do this, I am already interacting with an AI locally, okay? It's open already, so I can just say, hi, what's up? My name is Nuno, okay? So this is literally ChatGPT already, like literally locally happening on my terminal, okay? Locally on my terminal, and I can interact with this AI locally, okay? The first answer, for some reason, takes a little bit. I guess it's, set up itself on memory, but I can already interact with this model locally as easy as this, okay? So if I can interact with this model locally, means that I can equally interact with this model through my Laravel project, and that's what we are doing today. Now, one of the problems about this AIs, not this one in particular, but any other kind of AI, is that once you end the session and you just leave and you go back to it, if you ask, what is my name again? The AI won't know the answer, okay? Because it's a new session. It doesn't have any context, okay? It doesn't have any context. So this is one of the problems we are literally solving today, which is literally giving infinite memory to these models through this technique called RAG, aka memory for human beings, okay? Okay, all right? So I hope you guys are excited about this because, you know, I am like literally insanely excited, all right? Regarding memory RAM, a bunch of you are asking, you can use, a smaller one if you don't have like 17 gigabytes of memory. So you can use a smaller one if you want to. I guess we'll be a little bit less smart, but still do the job, you know what I mean? Such a great teacher, dude. Thank you, thank you. Jima was created by Google, yes. There is also other models. You have models by Facebook, models by Microsoft. There is many others, okay? 64 gigabytes of RAM is way more than enough for this model in particular, okay? And by the way, if you run the local model, no internet is needed, okay? I thought I was clear, but if it is locally, no internet connection is needed and you are not paying anything. It is literally for free. Literally for free. Okay? So because it's for free, we can literally have, this part blew my mind. You can have one application that uses multiple models. Multiple and different models. You can have one model which is an expert on one topic, and you can have another model which is equally expert on different topics. You know, you can have one model which are going to curate the memory of another model. This stuff is just mind-blowing, okay? Let's get started on this stuff, okay? So I have here a regular Laravel application, okay? And I have this folder called package. Now, my package is going to be, hopefully in the future, one package that I'm going to create, okay? All right? So one package I'm going to create, and I do have this RealMind service provider, which, as you may know, is kind of the entry point of packages in Laravel, all right? Now, I do load through Composer PSR4 this folder. So if I go all the way down, as you can see, RealMind is being loaded from the package folder. And I do have the service provider equally loading this shat command. So here we go, shat command, which is literally an artisan command. And I can run this by typing shat, all right? And this will basically display a text area in the box thanks to Laravel prompts. So I can just come here and do something like this, PHP artisan shat. It will display me this kind of small window. I can just come here and type something, my name is Nuno Maduro. But of course, once I do this, I do have an answer from the AI, which is kind of, so far fixed, totally like fixed, stable thing, you know what I mean? So this is what we have so far, okay? By the way, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. I love what I do, streaming every single day at 8 p.m. on Twitch and YouTube, and publishing YouTube videos as well. If you don't know my YouTube channel, go there immediately because I literally just published a new YouTube video regarding DTOs in Laravel. Yeah, give me a subscribe, a like, and all those cool things if you can, please, for the God's sake. All right? Today, again, we are diving into multiple things, including Ollama, which is the possibility of running local models locally. And of course, that's for free, no internet connection required, and you can download that from ollama.com. We are going to dive into actually make an AI assistant locally, and on top of it, we are going to give infinite memory using this technique, RAG, retrieval, augmented generation, which is a synonym for just memory, basically. Okay, just memory. Okay, just memory, and this will be exciting. So that being said, let's just get started. I'm going to move here into this project. Okay, again, I have literally checked the internet for the best client to use Ollama locally. I have used Prism, I have used Neuro AI or whatever it was called. This one so far is the most flexible one, so I want to use this one, okay? I want to use this one. I'm going to send you the link in case you guys want to play with this locally as well. Here we go, chat. Here we go, chat. Here we go. RealMind is a good name, but it's not looking good when it's written like RealMind. I like it. I like RealMind. I think it's a cool name. It's a cool name for a package. No more Golang. I don't think so, dude. Golang was fun, but then it's just a mainstream language. It looks like, like the other languages, basically. I've talked about languages literally the past streams, and for me, languages, they all look the same, They all look the same, to be honest. RAG is the equivalent of better context, says Victor. That's a good point. We also love, what do you do? Oh, thank you. Appreciate your feedback. Yeah, regarding the model speak and flow, I'm going to be honest. My understanding about the displayed models here is that there is models who are better for reasoning, for example, but you have you have models that are just support every single language, for example. You have models who support embedding. You have models who support tooling, but it may not support tooling, like Gemma, for example. So I'm still discovering this a little bit. But, so far, the most powerful one that runs locally on my MacBook seems to be this Gemma 3, okay? I won't quit PHP, I promise you. If I recommend Go, I don't know, man. I feel like Go is just like another mainstream language, so... Yeah, geometry is pretty cool. That's my understanding. So one thing we can do is that if we end up using multiple models locally, we can literally just, handpick the ones we like the most for different things. For example, if we have a model which is better talking to a human, we use that one to actually be the face of the AI assistant, but we can have a smarter model, the one that thinks a little bit better, behind the scenes, curating, for example, the memory of the original one. You know what I mean? I scared you. Yeah, I was joking, Chad. I was joking. So the chat is literally talking about, yeah, I think is this tweet. Sorry to say, but I'm leaving the PHP ecosystem after 10 years with this language that changed my life, and it's time for the change. More news soon. Obviously, this was April's Fools, But, I appreciate the fact that everyone knew that I was joking with you all. So, anyways. By the way, yesterday I equally sent a schedule update, okay? Schedule update, which is important. I'm now streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, okay? Leaving me 2 days a week to kind of explore different topics, just like I have done to this live stream. Equally, YouTube videos go every weekday, just like normal, on the normal on a normal schedule. So I want to start with this project. Let's just get started. I'm going to go all the way down. So far, very good documentation, so I'm going to just copy this.
Marco_Josic_Reyes.
Oh, man, thank you so much for the subscription through Prime. I really appreciate your support, man. I'm not streaming on Saturday. To be honest, Saturday, it may happen if I am in the mood, but it's not like an official thing on the schedule, okay? Marco, thank you so much for the support, dude. I really appreciate, okay? So composer require Ollama PHP, bam, bam, boom. That's done. So I just require the project. Let's run composer bump to keep it really clean. And that's done as well. Run composer update because I cannot remember the last time I did this. Oh, apparently it was literally 5 minutes before this. Let's commit this dependency. Adds Ollama dependency real quick. Done. Let's move into the chat command. I do want to leave things a little bit more organized, okay? I want to leave the things a little bit organized. So I feel we are going to write the code here and then kind of refactor this to see if it still works as expected, okay? So this client, if I remember correctly, the only thing I have to do is just this. And I was really happy when I saw this because to get started, to literally have a client locally, the only thing you have to do is just type this, okay, which is really easy. And then we go all the way down and we have already, some of the usage to use this client. Yeah, we want this usage though, exactly. So we could use the chat create, but we are going to use this chat create streamed because when we interact with an AI, Basically, you don't want to wait for the full answer before display the answer on the terminal. You want to kind of get the streamed response so you can display letter by letter and give a little bit of of a better experience. So what we're going to use is the create streamed method. Okay. So I'm gonna just copy this and put it here. Chat, by the way, how is the music? How is the sound? How is the image of the live stream? It should be a little bit better today because I've literally removed a little bit of the bitrate, okay? Do they have house music? House progressive? Let me see. Ooh, they do. There we go. Everything perfect. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, composer bump all the dependencies, basically. Oh, it's fine? That's awesome. Yeah, today we are going to use RAD and embeddings and a vector database. In fact, we are going to simulate the vector searching using actual PHP. That's my overall, that's my overall idea. I don't use Flux, and at the moment I don't use Livewire either. Yeah, quitting PHP was an April lie, of course. Why not using DeepSeek? Because locally, DeepSeek actually it's not realistically possible to use. If I go here, just to give you the perspective, if I search for DeepSeek, it requires 400 gigabytes of memory. So when you use stuff like ChatGPT 1.0 or DeepSeek on that chat, they are using 400 gigabytes of memory RAM. Just to give you the perspective. I could use this one though, indeed, this one. But Gemma 3 seems to be a little bit better at the moment, okay? Today I'm not going to use a Postgres vector. That's something I want to explore individually, okay? I want to explore that on its dedicated stream, basically, okay? You can see my individual errors. Dude, is that true? Like, can you literally see me in 1080p? That's awesome, man. I'm gonna put here some country music. That's it. That's it, chat. A little bit higher the music apparently, chat, right? Okay, how about now? 5% higher now. Yeah, yeah, that's right. Okay, chat, I want to explain you, before we actually dive into ask something and see the answer, I want to explain you a little bit some of the concepts you might see when working with AI locally, okay? All right, so you obviously interact with the client. We are choosing Ollama because it's a local client. Let me make the font a little bit bigger. Editor, font, let's put this into 23 perhaps. There we go, a little bit better. So you obviously should select the client, okay? The client will be Ollama locally, and then I want to chat with that client. I'm gonna have the chat responses fully streamed so we can literally see the progression of the answer on the terminal. Afterwards, I'm going to choose a model within Ollama. And for this, we talked about using Gemma. So let's do that. Let's go here, click here, choose the 27 billion parameters, copy this, and just post here. Okay, that's the only thing you have to do. Just this, okay? And then remember something. When you interact with an AI, there is no concept of memory. You literally need to keep all of the messages, including the new ones, on this array, okay? Now, this array will have 3 roles. The user, which is you, okay? We'll have the assistants, which is the AI itself, and then you have the system, which is, you are kind of telling the AI what the AI is exactly, okay? So on here, for example, I could type something like, you are a Laravel expert. okay? Or if we want to remind a little bit ourselves from the previous live stream, we could type something like this. You are a gym expert, okay? We could do this, all right? So we can do this to literally instruct the AI what the AI is about. And for that we use a system role, okay? Once we do this, the next step is literally ask for the user a question to the user. So let's do that. So this will be, a question, for example, and then we can simulate the loop on this one. Let's type something like messages equals to role system. Perfect. Then we do this. As simple as that. We get the prompt. We can call this the prompt from the user, and we do a while loop true that we never stop, basically. So we ask for the prompt. We'll put here. We equally, check with the AI directly. We need to put the prompt within the messages array. So we are going to do this with PHP. Really easy, simple, bam, bam, boom. Messages are going to increment the user prompt. That's it. Give the messages right there. And finally, we need to, for each one of the responses, we just output the answer. And for this, I'm going to check the documentation. How do they recommend to do this? Oh, just this. Easy peasy. Thank you, thank you. All right, cool. I think this is enough, actually. I'm not sure if I can use box on this stuff. Can I use box on this stuff? What is box, by the way? Yeah, I'm gonna not use box for now. Let's just do this. And I do need to actually equally fetch the full AI response as well. So I'm gonna type here something like AI answer. This is really dumb code. I wanna kind of refactor this a little bit afterwards, okay? And we equally increment the AI answer with the content of the response. And we can use Symfony console to output this. I'm going to type output, write, and then the content. Okay. This should actually be enough. Oh, not enough. I still need to increment the responses, the messages. Apologize. Here we go. So messages, increment the answer from the assistant. So let's recap a little bit, chat, so I don't lose you. Okay. I'm going to create an Ollama client locally. And I'm going to tell what that AI is about, is a gym expert, okay? And then I'm going to ask for the prompt to the user, and I'm going to do this continuously with the while, and just set that prompt on the array of messages, okay? Afterwards, I'm going to fetch the answer from the AI, okay, just like that, and I'm going to equally increment that answer to the messages array, okay? And this should be enough, actually. We should be good to go. Let's see. PHP artisan chat. Okay, so hello. My name is Nuno. Oof, of course. Internal server error? Wait, what? That's the first time I see that. Let's try again. Hello. My name is Nuno Maduro. Here we go. Hi Nuno, it's great to meet you. I'm here to help with your blah blah blah, with your fitness. You guys see? This is literally using already the system prompt we talked about. Right there. Right there. Okay? Tell me a little bit about current fitness, goals, limitations you may have, injuries, whatever. I'm going to just tell, I don't want your help. What is my name again? So you will see that we do have some memory thanks to the fact that we are literally preserving all of the messages. So he does know that my name is Nuno Maduro, as you can see here. Okay. So I can quit this. Okay. If I quit, I lose all of the context of the previous conversation because it doesn't get preserved which is the original problem of this. By the way, chat, are you guys okay with this so far? No environment variables, because this is literally Ollama works through API. The API is served locally, and this just interacts with that API locally. And that's it. Works really easy. Okay. Yeah, today we are going to do RAG. I think it will be exciting. Okay. Apple doesn't have any machine with more than 200 gigabytes of memory, I think. Yeah, on the system role, we can literally pass many instructions. This is like a very basic one, but we can pass many instructions, okay? How does it work in production? You literally need to have Ollama installed in your server, okay? So you would go here to the Ollama website, and you would kind of get instructions to how install Ollama in your production server, okay? Okay, so the system, again, the system is kind of the raw ideas of the AI, okay? Kind of telling the AI what the AI is about. But it's not you telling the AI, it's literally like, you know, the core principles of the AI. That's the system role. But then you have your own role, and you also have the system role, which is the AI itself, okay? Anyways, that being said, I want to start by refactoring this a little bit, because obviously this sucks. I don't like the way this is organized. So I'm gonna go into this package folder and create potentially, yeah, I'm gonna create a directory called it agents, okay? I wanna have a conversational agent, which is the one that will speak with me all the time. So let's just type here, conversational, okay? Something like this, conversational agent.php. This agent will basically be responsible to talk with people, and that's it. So declare strict types on top, namespace, real mind agents, okay? This will be internal to my package. Final class conversational agent. We are going to have what? Let me see, let me think, chat, let me think. Yeah, all the responses are saved on memory, but today I want to avoid that and actually have some, you know, some real memory on the database. That will be the fun part of this. Okay, so you have the conversational agent. I feel like the conversational agent will have to have a principal or a base prompt, okay? So the first thing we are going to provide to this is the base prompt, just like that. Or we accept let me think. Maybe you accept a name in the set of expertise. What do you think about that? Yeah, a name and a set of expertise. And a personality, because why not? All right, this is looking good. So a name, personality, and a set of expertise. All right, easy peasy. Let's run Pint on this to see if Pint is happy with me. Of course it is. Create a new agent. Okay. What else do I need? I want to have a class that store all of this, all of those local messages. Maybe we can call this class context window, perhaps. Hey Christian, how you doing? We're going to preserve the data on SQLite, but only the memories. Because again, there is two things we are going to use today. One is the context window, which is literally all of those messages we talked about, like this will be our context window. If we go to the chat command, this messages array are going to be our context window, which is literally the current conversation. But on SQLite, I want to preserve the most important memories. So if the AI needs them, he's going to fetch them. So when I ask the AI things like, what is my name again? The AI will remember because it will be able to search on SQLite what is actually my name, and what was the last time I trained at the gym, and when was the last time we talked together, okay? The internal doc block simply tells other people outside of my package to not use this directly. This doesn't use Prism, by the way. This is using a package that I have just required, call it Arda Ollama PHP, which seems to be very flexible. I like this one. This is pure local development, correct. You need to have, if you are going to have an application with Ollama, you need to have Ollama installed locally and installed in your server, okay? Again, we are interacting with Ollama through an API. However, the API is being served locally, okay? Is that clear? It's still through HTTP, but locally only, okay? If I would turn down the internet connection, I would be able to continue the development, which is very interesting, okay? So, yeah, let's develop a place to put all of these messages. So I'm gonna go here and create a contracts folder. Within contracts, I'm gonna create something like, maybe, I'm gonna call this session perhaps, because it's literally just the current session. Yeah, I'm gonna call this session contract, that's it. So declare strict types on top. Namespace, real mine contracts, interface session. And we are going to have a way of adding a message. So we need basically an enum for all of those roles. Let's create a folder enums. Message type .php. Come on, AI, help me out. I'm going to call this system, which is the first one. I literally forgot how to define cases with PHP, literally. You guys remember that one? Enum PHP. Here we go, it's case. What the fuck I was even thinking? All right, so system, user, assistant, pretty cool stuff. This should be enough. Yes, this should be enough. And then the session will have something like function, add message, which receives a message type. Marco is saying the following. In signal processing, there is something called an windowing, which basically ensures the filter the signal according certain time slots. Yeah, I think like every message might not be relevant. For the memory, I'm gonna definitely do some filtering. For the memory, I only want to preserve memories that are important. Like, if I'm speaking with you guys right now, if you ask me, what is the sentence that you said 30 minutes ago? I don't know. You know, I have no idea. But if you ask me, for example, what is my current phone number? I do remember that. So each time we are adding a message to the system, we need to think, is this something that just remains on the session, or we want to preserve this memory? Okay? Because if I tell the AI something like, remind me tomorrow of this meeting, or this is my phone number, or can you be a little bit more kind sometimes? If I say something like this, I want the AI to remember. But if I tell the AI, good morning, I don't need to tell the AI to remember this. You know what I mean? So our brain, the AI brain, needs to be smart enough to kind of filter some of these conversations we are having and just preserve in memory the things we really want. That's kind of the principle behind RAG, by the way. So when you see people talking about, RAG AI, kind of this thing, this is literally the principle of RAG, which is, if you want a really good RAG, you need to have this filtering. You need to have middleware models that are going to clean up the memory sometimes, making sure the context is really important and is really, up to date. So today we are going to do some of this, probably not everything, but a little bit of this, okay? Yeah, Ollama requires a lot of gigabytes of memory, okay? So, chat, just to give you the real bread and butter of AI development, RAG means AI memory, okay? So if we are going to do some stuff like this, RAG means AI memory, okay? Embeddings means memories as string, basically. It's like the string representation of real memories, of real brain memories, okay? So if you have something like hello world, you won't see hello world on the database. You will see a vector, basically, okay? And finally, Ollama is local models, or running AI locally, okay? Two Marcos on the stream today. Yeah, quitting PHP is obviously an April Fool's, of course. Ubanito is asking, if one section takes 3 gigabytes of memory, will 2 current sessions take 6 gigabytes? I have no idea. That's a good question. Do you guys know the answer, chat? Someone is making this question. If 2 sessions to Ollama takes 3 gigabytes of memory, will 2 concurrent sessions take 6 gigabytes? I do not know the answer to this. Okay.
Sulicado, 2 month with best speaker. Just leaving React Native conference in Paris.
Oh man, thank you for the subscription. 2 months, man. Thank you so much for your support, dude. Yeah, Laravel with Wayfinder looks really cool. We'll kind of kill Ziggy, to be fair. Okay, so contracts. Do I want to call this session? Yeah, I want to call this session. Okay, so we have add message. Adds message to the session. Message type. I'm going to call this type. And the given message real quick. Then we have a real implementation of the session. I'm going to call this sessions in memory session, which is effectively what we have with an array. Okay, so in memory session. Potentially, you may have this stuff actually in a real database. For now, I don't want the current conversation to be in the database. We don't need that. So namespace, real mind sessions, contracts, message type, thank you. Just keep going. In memory session, implement session, thank you so much. And we have an array empty of messages. Do we have an ID? We don't need this, I think. Yeah. And every time we are preserving this, I think here I can do something like this, value, okay?
Bepzaro.
Hey, Bepzaro, thank you so much for the subscription. Through Prime, man, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Why the ID might be needed, though? Why the ID might be needed? I don't think we need the ID, do you? I don't think we need that. But you guys let me know. So this will return an array where the key is an integer and then we have another array which you may have, which we do have a type, which might be system, user or assistant, and then we have the message, and that's it. As clean as that. Clean, 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 clean. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This might be replaced with get hook. Wait, what? No, I don't want that. Or do I want that? No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Could be a good idea, but I don't want that. Okay, chat, I think we are happy with this. Run pint, done. So we have an in-memory session. We can effectively already use this in-memory session, but let's continue. So message type, contracts, console, agents. We have the conversational agent right here with the name, personality, and a list of expertise. That's good. That's good. And then I want to hold a conversation, right? I want to hold a conversation with this conversational agent. I feel we could potentially have... what could we have? Let me think. Could have a build method which builds directly from Ollama. Do I want that? Yeah, I think I want that. Yes, I want that. All right, public function build. This will return immediately the entire client built and ready to go. Do I want this? Yes, I think I want this, right? If other agents are going to interact with this, will be a little bit differently. Yeah, this needs to be the client. I'm gonna just move this stuff though, this string, the name and whatever, to the build directly, so I can inject the, there we go, exactly. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I may do that, exactly. I could use a little bit of windsurf, but to be honest, guys, regarding vibe coding, I feel like vibe coding doesn't actually build applications in the way that I want, even with rules. Like, I do have rules here, but even with this, like 99% of the times, AI builds my code, ends up being crap. I don't know what you guys think, but even with rules, with everything in place, most of the times is either slow or end up actually writing crap. I don't know, man. I just don't like it. I don't know what you guys feel about vibe coding in general. I feel it's exciting, it's fun to see. It's obviously it's a lot of fun to, you know, stream about that. But you know, like in real world, I don't know, man. Have you seen any real developer using vibe coding these days? Like any real one? Any senior developer with any skill of expertise using vibe coding? Probably not. There is a reason for this. I don't know. And then, like, when you see vibe coding, for example, doing things like deleting tests and things like that, dude, you know, my client pays me a lot of money to me relying on tools that delete tests. So I don't want to do that, you know? Feels scaring a little bit. So I prefer to avoid that. Let's delete my windsurf rules to avoid using vibe coding on this situation, okay? Okay, so let's keep going. The next thing I need to do is have a contract with the name agent, okay? With the name agent. I want to have a namespace with contracts. Do I do want a message type? No, I don't. I want to have an interface where I have a chat method, basically. So this is going to be called agent chat, and this will receive a string with a message And what else? What do I want here? I want a callback for the output, that's for sure. So this will be a callable that executes that stream stuff. The callable will be accepting, like, yeah, let's do this. Stream with a callback. A conversation with the agent. Bam, bam, boom. That's done. The callback will receive what? Well, a callable, that's for sure, with the string message and a void return type. Yes. That's good enough for now, okay? That's good enough for now. This will be implemented by this bad boy. Import name, personality, expertise. Feels so weird to receive this here. Kind of want to, just provide like in memory and whatever here. I'm gonna keep it like silly for now, okay? I'm gonna keep it super silly for now, if you guys don't mind. So here will be the session. Session name, personality. Yeah, no trusting on AI vibe coding, that's for sure. Stream chat, yeah, I could use that. Your keyboard sounds are beautiful. What is your key? It's this one. This is my keyboard. It's basically, the Apple one. That's it. Hey, by the way, chat, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. I love what I do, and today I'm building my own AI assistant with infinite memory. Infinite memory will remember me forever. My name, what I do love to do, everything. And for that, we are using a couple of things. One of them being Ollama, which is the possibility of, running LLMs locally. ChatGPT? It's like that, but just locally. I don't have to pay for it. I don't need internet connection, and I can use the most powerful models in the planet. We are using Ollama locally. I've installed the client so far. I'm starting this new Laravel project and building my own brain assistant so far. For that, I'm going to use regular LLM conversations, okay? We are literally doing that as we speak. And on top of it, we are going to use this technique called it RAG, which you might have heard of. Feels really confusing, but it's literally just memory for AIs, okay? So we are going to do that today. I can create my style rules. Dude, that is what people say regarding style rules. This is like, people say whatever, use style rules, and then AI vibe coding will work. That's not true. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you, everyone, my following, like my people here on Twitch and YouTube, I don't lie to you, okay? I don't lie to you. Sometimes we are doing fun streams, like the one we did regarding vibe coding, or, sometimes we do reacts, which we just say, funny stuff. But with you guys, I will never lie. Vibe coding, as we speak, at this moment, it's only for toy projects, okay? If you wanna build something real quick, just to have fun, yeah, use vibe coding. For real world, bread and butter web development, vibe coding is still dangerous. It still does a bunch of crap. Okay, so do not trust yet on those in your real world work, basically. Okay, at least I don't. You do whatever you want. I don't. People can talk about rules, can talk about you don't know what you are doing or whatever. That's not true. It's still very raw. It's a fun experiment. That's it. That's why you don't see real developers using that stuff yet, you know? They kind of like to play with it a little bit, but then they don't use it. Okay, I think I'm gonna, keep it stupidly simple and just use the client directly. Do I want to use the client directly? Probably not, right? I want to inject the client. So here will be Ollama. Do they have an interface for this? Would be cool though, right? Oh, they don't. It's like Ollama directly. Okay, cool. I'm gonna use Ollama directly. It's fine. Potentially, I'm going to refactor a little bit of this to kind of obey to an interface. So far, we don't need this. So I'm going to just use Ollama directly. Here we go, Shad. So Ollama session, name, personality, expertise. This is way more than enough for now. And now at this point, I should have my Ollama client. Here we go. And I can literally just chat just like I did with the chat command, which is this stuff. Okay. We don't need to instantiate a new client. We create a stream response with the model we use for the conversational agent. This is important for each one of those each one of those agents we are going to work today. We use a different model because again, all of these models, they are a little bit different. So if you go here, for example, to the models list, this one is like good in one thing, but this one, for example, seems to be good in thinking or whatever, So my gut feeling is that we are going to use this one for the actual conversation, but then we use like either a smaller one or a smarter one to actually curate the memories. Okay, that's an important step. And I have been thinking about using like Laravel Q jobs to literally just go to the memory and kind of do a double check if the memory makes sense from time to time. So I have used that Neuron framework. It doesn't seem that good, to be honest. Well, it seems good, but it's not modular enough for me. Yeah, I end up, dude, just to close on the topic of vibe coding, I end up losing more time than I actually win with vibe coding because I never end up happy with an end result, basically, What are Laravel queues? That's a good question. Laravel queues is basically the way that web applications in Laravel have to process asynchronous tasks. So imagine that you have something like reset password. Something you don't want to do, like on the web request, is sending an email. So what you do is process a queue job which will send an email on the background while you answer to the user. Imagine that someone, for example, goes to a web application and clicks on download file, okay? But the file is not yet ready, for example. So basically what you can do is say to the user, the file is being processed. So that is being processed as a background job. And once it's ready, you can give the file to the user, okay? So that's Laravel queues, basically, Laravel queue jobs, okay? I'm happy that you guys agree with me on vibe coding situation. I do agree on that as well. Okay, so we are going to create the stream response with all of the situation in memory, and now we have the session to use. We are going to equally set a new message on session. This is how we organize code. So beautiful. So beautiful. This session, add message, message type user. Oh my God, it's starting to just click together. Okay, Shad, I do have a question, and a very important one. Okay, I do have a very important question. How we are going to organize our enums? Should we go full uppercase? Should we go camel case? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat immediately, because this is literally a crucial decision for the architecture of our project. Let me know right in the chat. Of course, this should be message rule. Of course. And thanks to PHP Storm, just watch this. Chat, just watch this. You can literally go here and just do this with PHP Storm. You can, dudes, you guys can tell me whatever you want about the other editors. Just watch this. You go here, you click here, and then you go to refactor, rename, bam, bam, boom, type, message role, okay, bam. It's fully replaced everywhere. So whatever are using this will basically just automatically use now the new convention of the enum. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. What? Everyone is saying uppercase all the way. Jesus Christ. Some camel here and there, but full uppercase. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's go. System. But why uppercase though? Why, chat? User. You guys don't know, right? You guys don't know why you like the uppercase. It's just a question of it's always been like this and that's it. Dude, if one of you write that you don't like uppercase because it's ugly, I'm gonna I don't know what I do. It's so funny when people say they don't like a particular piece of code because it's ugly. It's insane. NeoVim is still sexier. Yeah, I need to learn that one day. One day. Okay, so chat command. What am I doing? What am I doing? So I'm gonna go to the conversational agent. Why are you complaining? No. Huh? Wait, what? Why are you complaining, PHP Storm? Access to constant user or unknown class message role. I think PHP Stan is still like not up to date to the latest code, I guess. Anyways, so this session add message, bam, bam, boom, that's done. And then we send all of the message to the conversation. And finally, we call the callback with every single response. And I can use Laravel collections or not. I'm going to not use Laravel collections. And I'm going to call back that thing with the content. I don't think I need to call that when the content is fully empty. So I can do something like this, equals to that. And then if it's empty, just continue. Beautiful, beautiful, just gorgeous. And then call the callback. Okay, exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. I kind of need to preserve the original answer. So I'm going to do exactly like before. I'm going to type contents. Full content equals to an empty string. Beautiful. And then each time I'm going to increment that beauty just right there. And finally, I'm going to add a new message to the session with the role assistant. I do need to add as well the base prompt. Do I want to do that right now? Yes, 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 yes. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to create a new private property with the name. With the name, what name I'm going to use? Oh, let me think. Perhaps private boolean initialized. Thank you, ChatGPT. This will be either the agent has been initialized or not. Thank you. What's up here? Why are you not happy? Oh, weather. Is this okay? I think, yeah. Bam, 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 boom. And then we need to initialize the customer, not the customer, the agent, which is a private function, just like that. Okay. I hope you guys like a little bit these live streams, with a little bit less talking, a little bit more coding, You have a knack for naming your projects well. Do you like this project? Real Mind is a sexy name, right? Dude, I made this short. I made this short where I said something like, I like this code, this is really sexy. And, most of the comments were fine, like saying, funny things and whatever. There was this dude coming to my live stream and saying something like, dude, you need to stop sexualizing your code. And I was like, dude, I'm literally joking. Like, what the heck? Why would you say that, man? Why would you say that? Right? Anyways, Real Mind, I think it's a real sexy name. I like this. Okay. Sexy Mind. No, I'm gonna use Real Mind. Sexy Mind would have been a good name though. Dude, oh my god, I should use Sexy Mind now just to piss people off. Oh my god, I want so bad to name this Sexy Mind. I cannot do that. No, I cannot do that. Sexy Mind, what the heck? Oh my god, everyone is literally writing like messages on Twitch with weird stuff, and Twitch is just flagging everything because you cannot say that stuff on Twitch. Second Brain, that's a good name. Real Mind, second name. I like second name. Second name could be a good name. Real Mind is also good, I think. But anyways, let's go here. Boom. So this is done, fully done. Add message, assistant. We need to initialize the thing with the base prompt. So here I need to do basically something like this session, add message system. You are the person with the name. This will be the personality. Yeah, I need to do something like, maybe like this. Here we go. Okay. What I'm even doing? Jesus Christ. Here we go. Oh my god. Here we go. Finally. Thank you. You are this name. Dot. Not .gs. Thank you. Personality. And then that. And finally, the list of expertise. Here I want to actually map them a little bit because it's an array. So I'm going to do this. Expertise, implode, not implode, array map. Array map with a dot, thank you. And finally, I want to implode. So that would be implode that. Wait. First is a separator. Okay, so the separator will be nothing, just this, exactly. Okay. Thank you. This goes all the way down. Can I do this? I guess. Are you happy, Pint? Yes. What is this thing? This is called I'm literally reading the tweet chat. This is called Hero Doc, and what it does is that you can have a string, a multi-line string like this. Okay, it's kind of cool, to be honest. I like this. This is multi-line string blocks in PHP. I use this all the time. Every time I want to send like a block with multiple lines, I use this. Okay. Okay, you are that, you have that personality with that list of expertise. This is looking super good, okay? And obviously, once I'm done initializing this, I'm gonna initialize this to true, and finally, I'm gonna if no, and this will be ensure initialize just like that, and finally I'm gonna go all the way up, and every time I'm chatting with anything, I need to ensure it is initialized. This is gorgeous, okay? Beautiful. I love this. PHP Stan is still not happy with this for some reason. It tells me that I don't have a session. It's probably true. I forgot to import this. Thank you, PHP Stan. How about now? Are you happy? Come on, PHP Stan. Tell me that you are happy now. Yes, you are. Cool. I think we're ready. We can go back to this and finally clean this crap. So the only thing I expect to do now is clean this crap and just do agent equals to new conversational agent. I need a client, a session. This looks a little bit like a builder or whatever, but this will have some sort of facade, which will become way more simpler, okay? Like to our customers, once we actually have this ready, this will look like this. Real mind, chat. That's it. This will be the API, by the way. This will be the API. And this will remember automatically all of the previous conversations, will be super smart, will initialize, multiple agents behind the scenes to clean the memory, do queue jobs, invade the project, build Skynet. I think it'll be awesome, okay? This will be the end goal API. If you want syntax highlighting, use HTML. Can I do that? You mean here? Looks worse, dude. What do you mean exactly? Oh, can I do Markdown? That would be cool. I don't know. Looks worse, I think. Jesus, we are doing a live stream about AI coding that will basically revolutionize our lives. And everyone, like literally everyone on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter chat are talking about PHP Hero Doc. Isn't this hilarious, man? Like everyone is talking about this thing in PHP while we are literally building the future all together. Oh my God. We love basic things. That's so true. That's so true, dude. It's the syntax. It's the syntax. Anyways. Oh my God. All right, chat. Let's use this stuff. So in-memory session, provide the session, name. Your name will be, let me think. Let me grab someone from the chat. Let's grab Adrian. Adrian, you are a gym expert, and your expertise are fitness, nutrition, and wellness. This is enough. This is enough. I can just literally remove all of this crap. Yep. I can remove all of this crap. Can I? I don't think I can. I still need the while. Yeah, I still need the while. But I can remove all of this, though. Okay. We need the prompt. We just say agent. Chat stream with the prompt, and then we give a very fancy closure like this. We don't need this. We don't need that. Bam, bam, boom, all gone. This should be enough. This is a nice refactor. I'm happy with this, okay? I'm happy with this, chat. So let's go all the way up and see this if this is even working. PHP artisan chat, and of course it's not working. Line 77 has something that it shouldn't. Unclosed parentheses. Huh? 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 Shit, I need help. I have no idea what's happening. Use EOT. That's what I'm using. EOT right there. You have HTML, but EOT. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. Thank you, thank you. One more. Conversational agent. Agent not found. Okay, let's import this. Wait, what? Package contract agents. Oh, yeah. It's not called package. This is called real mind or second mind, depending of my mood tomorrow. How about now? Agents not found. Do I need to type composer dump? Thank you, thank you. Ooh, what do we have here? What do we have here? My name is Peak and Flow. Oh, almost. That was close. Undefined method messages. Oh, it's not called it messages. This is called... Ooh, we forgot the method. We forgot the method, chat. Let's add it. Get all of the messages. Thank you, thank you. And let's go to the in-memory session. Real quick. All the way down. Get messages. Oh, it's literally there. What the heck? What the heck? Okay. How about now? My name is... Rezilis. I think it's working. I think it's working. Please, please, please. Is my stream lagging? Like when the AI is literally thinking, is my stream lagging a little bit or not? Let me see. It doesn't seem to be lagging. No input provided. What the heck? Like what the heck? Like what? What is get messages? Maybe I forgot the messages. So we have two messages. One is called system. You are Adrian. Wait, what? Adrian? Oh yeah, Adrian. You are a gym expert, fitness, nutrition, and wellness. This is a little bit bad though. We need the new line. We need the new line thing. So this needs an implode with new line. Thank you, thank you. That's fixed. But this is looking okay. What the heck? Chat, do you know what's happening? Well, at least we have DD to debug this, right? What would be our lives without the best debugger in the world? I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you guys use, by the way? Do you use DD as well? What do you guys use for debugging? I don't know, man. I use DD, dude. I use DD. You know, I use DD. That's it, DD. It's insane. Everyone uses DD. It's kind of crazy that such a function like this became so popular. You know, it's more popular than anything, like literally just one line of code. Taylor Otwell is such a legend, like literally. By the way, I have a YouTube video about the story of DD. I need to make that video again because now I can make it so much better with my quality of streaming right now. But I have a video about the story of DD. Isn't this crazy, like the story of DD? It's insane. Yes, I put the service provider on the providers directory. DD is beautiful. DD is magic. DD is everything. I'm in love with DD, dude. Like DD, like forever. DD forever, man. We live for DD, man. So what's happening? Why this is not working, by the way? So no input provided. What is this? What the heck is even this? It's create streamed, right? Let me see. Oh? 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 Wait a second. What? Wait a second. Okay, definitely the problem is my message. Or my messages at the moment. Which one, I don't know yet. So we did DD get messages, but something is wrong here. What is the difference between this and that? So, oh, it's not type. Dudes, are you guys sleeping? We have type. This is role, not type. Like, you know, you guys need to focus, man. This is like literally role, not type. What the heck? Are we sleeping today? Jesus Christ. All right, here we go. My name is Nuno Tu Costa. Okay, I'm ready. I see that you just sent the blank prompt. That's fine. Wait, what? No, 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 no. No blank prompt. What the heck? No, 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 no. No. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, because I haven't made the question? Roll content. I'm so sleeping today. Jesus Christ. Like literally, Jesus Christ. In-memory session. This is content. That's why it wasn't working. Okay, let's go again. One last time. Conversational agent. Do I have any DD? I do. My name is Danik Guzman. All right, Danik Guzman, good to meet you. What brings you here today? Blah, blah, blah. You are looking for level up your fitness. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. DD forever. Yes, yes. Oh my God. Dudes, it's time. It's time. The time came where we are going to actually do some memories, okay? Do some memories on this model, okay? So this is literally working as expected, but now it's time to, you know, give some memories. So this guy remembers that I'm actually, you know, Danik Guzman all the time. Shouldn't your message be an array? What do you mean? It's an array. What are you guys talking about? What are you guys talking about? Which messages are you talking about? It's an array already. Hey, what's up, Jota? Nice to see you. First time chat. If you don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer, doing literally an AI assistant as we speak with infinite memory. Oh, it was content? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, chat. So I need something, you know? I need something. What do I need, actually? Yes, I need something that will basically create memories out of this. To do memories, first we need a place to store those memories. So for that, we are going to type something like PHP artisan make model memory, okay? Do I want to do this though? I think I want to do this, right? Yes, 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 right? Nuno, yes, you want to do this. Yes, I think I want to do this. All right, PHP artisan make model memory, and because my chat is the best chat in the world, I can use memory -mf, okay? Dude, is my stream lagging? Please tell me, chat, that the stream lagging was only Guzman and everyone else is like having a, you know, the best stream in the planet at the moment. No lag at all. Please, 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 please. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. Like, it's literally over. No lag. I haven't had any issues. Stream fine. Works fine. No lag. Okay. 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 Thank you, chat. Thank you for the feedback. Appreciate that. You refreshed your browser and it's back. Oh my God. All right, dudes. Endless memories. We need to work on that at the moment, okay? Endless memories. So for that, we are going to do the following, okay? So every single time the user sends a message, we need to understand if that message is a memory or should be a memory. So again, I've been thinking, you know, should something be a memory, you kind of have to acknowledge that is an important thing. If you say something like good morning or good afternoon, we probably don't care. Like, I don't remember the last time I said good morning to someone, for example, you know? But, you know, if my personal coach told me something like, oh, don't forget our appointment tomorrow at 3 p.m., I will remember that. So during these conversations, there is a few things which are memories, others that are not memories. So we are going to have to do that, okay? Before we do that, we are going to just literally store everything as a memory, like we have 100% memory in your system, in your brain, which is not exactly true, right? You don't memorize everything. Memory needs to have timestamp and validation. Dude, Memory with RAG, actually, the full concept is like study already. You will see, okay? So let's type PHP artisan make model memory dash MF. At the moment, I'm gonna keep it stupidly simple and just use my app itself, which is right here. So I have my memory model, okay, right here. And I'm gonna go to my database, migrations, create memories table, which is right here. And I'm gonna do two things, okay? I'm gonna do two things, two very smart things. I'm gonna type table string with the content of that conversation, okay? And the second thing will be, do I need the role? Do I need the role? I don't think I need the role. But yeah, that's not, do I need the role? I'm gonna put the, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe not for now, and then we'll see. We refresh if we have to. So table string, not string, text. And this will be the embedding, okay? The embedding of the name. Which is nullable? No, it's not nullable, okay? So content in embedding. So one of the things that took me forever to grasp, literally, is what is an embedding in AI, okay? So I'm gonna try to explain you, and you guys let me know in the chat if you understand what is an embedding, okay? So obviously the content of the memory will be something like, my name is Nuno Maduro, okay? Or to be a little bit more precise, the user is name is Nuno Maduro. This is like effectively the content of the memory, okay? The embedding is like the vector representation of that content. Hey, AI experts, let me know if I'm wrong, okay? This is what I have understood yesterday, okay? Write in the chat if I'm going okay with this, okay? So the embedding is the vector representation of the content. Okay, so here you will see stuff like this. Okay, so 1.lighty2, you will see crap like this, basically, okay? Now, apparently, it's more easy and you actually have more quality results when you are searching in a vector, okay? So the AI is smart enough to search for a given information when it's searching on the given vector, okay? This is out of my understanding, but works this way, okay? So let's do like text embedding. Chat, do you think I need the role or not? What do you guys think? What do we have in here in this chat? Let's see. Embedding is the representation of a text in form of a vector. Exactly what I said. Thank you for confirming this to me. Appreciate that. Save the memories in JSON. What do you mean? Like the embedding on JSON? Can you elaborate, please? Should I save the vector as JSON? Let me know. Text for the content? Good call. It is unique. Technically, I have seen people saying that when using RAG, you want to avoid duplicate memories. So if the user told you the name multiple times, you want to kind of curate the memory. But I want to do that later, okay? Now I want to kind of save all the memories like we have infinite memory forever, you know? But one of the concepts behind RAG is kind of remove duplicate memories. Make sure you only memorize what truly matters. And you need to kind of clean up this context every now and then, basically. That's how you do good quality RAG, okay? I'm going to keep it like this for now, if you guys don't mind. Renato is saying, save the conversation with the roles in everything talked on the JSON. I haven't studied that this way, okay? But yeah, I'm gonna use the role for now then, okay? Table, string, role, and I'm going to keep it like this, okay? Not sure I need this, but I'm going to keep it like this for now. All right, chat, this is done. I can type PHP artisan migrate. Okay. That's done. Finally, I want to have a class which is responsible. So, yeah, a class which is responsible to preserve memories. How we want to call this class? I want to come with a fancy name for this class. I don't want to call this memory repository or memory retriever or whatever. We need to come with a fancy name for this, right? Something really, Apple style, cool, Great question from Foch, which is saying the following. Will my name is Nuno Maduro and hi, my name is Nuno Maduro have the same embedding? In theory, no, because one of the features we are going to have is avoid duplicate memories. So we are going to have a second agent which will avoid this from happening, okay? Pipeline would be a good thing. Interesting, Adrian. Keep going on that thinking. Recall. Ooh, recall sounds really Apple thing, right? I like recall. Recall is not bad. What do you guys think about recall? Should we go with recall? Thumbs up. Should we not go with recall? Thumbs down. Recall is a sexy name. +1 on recall? Okay, recall for now. Conversation, recall. Okay. Declare strict types on top. Recall will be what? Will be a support thing? I don't know. I'm going to keep it at root level for now. So namespace real mind. Use an internal class with final recall. Bam, bam, boom. Public function. What do we need? When we are recalling things, we need the session, right? Yeah, we need the session. Do we need the agent? I want an agent that is going to curate the thing, but for now, let's not use the agent. We definitely need the session. And then we preserve or we need the method that is going to basically perform. Do I want to perform? I don't know. Yeah, let's just perform for now. Yeah, fuck it. And this will basically go to the session and understand what needs to be stored and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Okay, this is looking good. What's happening? Why are you not happy? Property is only never blah, blah, blah. Is it okay? All right, cool. And the recall will be used by the conversational agent. So I'm going to go to agents, conversational agent, and actually will be used by the session, it seems, right? Yes, by the session. So the in-memory session will receive a recall instance. And every time we have a new message, I'm going to recall that message. Okay? So this recall with the given message role and type. Okay. Not sure if this will work, but let's see. Recall is an AI feature on Windows? Really? I had no idea. It's been like, I don't know, 15 years that I don't use Windows. I have no idea. Total Recall. Oh, the movie was so good, man. I like the movie. By the way, the recall will preserve the message, but we'll equally add the system prompt. I'm going to do that afterwards. So perform, bam, this will receive a message type in the blah, 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 and then we'll basically preserve this on the database. So memory, query, create, and we are going to have the given type and message. Is this what we have, by the way? We have content in role, okay. So role and content. And at the moment we are preserving everything. In the future, of course, we are going to do something a little bit more, a little bit more sexy. Yeah, this is role. What the heck? Oh, part of test? No. This is message role. Thank you, chat. Appreciate your feedback. Here we go. It's fixed. Thank you. Copilot is so bad. It's not bad. I like it, to be honest. I like it. We could use the recall situation under actions. I'm going to potentially refactor that a little bit. Thank you for the feedback. So we preserve that on the memory. And the final step is... I'm going to call this preserve. Yes. And if nothing, let's see if this is even compiling. PHPRT, let's run Pint on this. Yes, it's happy. Bam, bam, boom. PHPRT is in chat. E, of course, is not happy, complaining about the missing recall situation. So I'm going to go to my chat command and provide an instance of the recall situation. Yeah, I'm going to keep it stupid for now. Potentially this is going to work with the session, because when you think about a memory, sometimes it's not about like a given conversation or a given chat or a given message. It's about like a full context. For example, if I say something like, when do we meet for dinner? And someone answers, we meet at 9 a.m. or at 9 p.m., for example. The full memory will be dinner at 9 p.m. with that user, So it's a combination of message, basically, So I feel like, yeah, I feel I want to do that now, yes, just to save some time. So basically what I'm trying to say, chat, is a memory is much more than me telling you something. For example, if I say something like, what is your phone number? And I'm the user, okay? And you are the second user, and you answer back, 91, blah, 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 blah. And you tell me the number immediately. Your number only makes sense with my initial prompt, okay? When they are both together. So for me, feels to me that I do need to fetch the current session and kind of fetch the latest messages and try to evaluate if there is a memory on them. You know what I mean? So let's actually do that right now. So the recall will be provided to the conversational agent. Yeah, so I'm going to do it this way. New recall. I don't need this. I don't need that. I don't need this. I can move all the way up to conversational agent. And I'm going to call the recall situation right here, providing the current session. Do I even need that? No, I don't need to. can do this. I hope it was clear. Chat, it was clear regarding what is a memory and what do we need and why do we need the entire session. Let me know in the chat if that was clear. But basically, yeah, a memory is much more than a single message. It's like a combination of messages, okay? If I ask you, what is your dinner today? If you start answering immediately with the content of your dinner, that given content message will only make sense with the question that originally, prompt that situation. I'm happy that was clear for you all, okay? Okay, 1,000 times better. So when we are preserving, we need to fetch, let's keep it super, kind of simple for now and just fetch the latest two for that memory. So we need to do something like, that's why I was telling you that we don't need the role, by the way. But I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to do type content equals to my memory, for example. I'm going to type memory equals to query create and the content of the memory. And again, we don't need who said what, basically. That's not necessary. So I'm going to go to my original migration and remove the role. Because again, the memories will be Nuno is dinner was that, won't be the conversation, will be a single content basically. Okay. And this stuff right here will be fetched, used another agent. Okay. We are going to use here a memory agent or a recall agent or whatever. Okay. What else do we need? This should be enough, at least to compile. Let's see. Yep. Hello. My name is Nuno. There we go. Cool. Adrian here. Wait, what? Oh, because it's a system prompt. Exactly. Then we have not null because we no longer have a role. Okay, cool. I'm going to type PHP artisan migrate fresh, just like that. Let's go again. Luis is asking, have you tested WPM typing speed, Nuno? I have no idea what is WPM typing speed. Can you let me know? Why don't you use alias in your terminal? I don't know. I just don't use them. No particular reason. Words per minute? I don't think I use anything like that, no. So embedding is currently empty. We need the embedding, and for that I can use the client itself. So I'm gonna go to recall. By the way, the embedding, as we talked about, is literally the vector, and for that we can use this client as well. So they actually have this embedding creation. Here we go. You see this? So when you type something like, when you give this input, this will be translated to the vector situation just like that. Okay. Typing speed, I have never done that. No. Renato is saying, ask Ollama if 2 sessions with 3 gigabytes, you got 6, let me see. You mean this? Let's see. Oh, the guy is a gym expert, and I'm literally making questions about Ollama. So the answer was... Yeah, has no idea because the system prompt is him being an expert on fitness. So I would have to change that. You can ask ChatGPT if you want to. Okay. So regarding the embedding, we need an embedding client. So I'm going to type here Ollama again. Yeah, an Ollama again. At least for now. This will be the client. And we are going to do the following. We have the content. This will come out of the session. And we type something like this. Ollama, I think is create embedding. Here we go. So embedded, create with the model. So there is a particular model for embeddings, by the way. So there is models for kind of everything, but for embedding, there is this one called it nomic embedded text. Okay, this is typically what people use for embeddings, from my understanding. You can also see, like, regarding the amount of downloads, this one is like 20 million downloads, and the other ones is like very low. So what I'm using at the moment is this one. Okay, nomic embed text. This is how we are going to generate the vector. And we provide the content within the input, just like that. And this will be the embedding, okay? Oh, can I do this? No way. Oh, of course not, yeah. Here we go, chat. This is basically Ollama, by the way. That's why I'm able to run this locally. If you just arrive, basically today we are developing our own AI assistant, and all of this runs locally through Ollama. Ollama is this website which you can access to, just like that, ollama.com, okay? This gives you access to a list of models which you can run locally. I'm using for the conversation Gima, and for computing the embeddings, I'm using currently something called nomic embed text, okay? But you have different models, you know, every single model is kind of different. Some models are good for thinking, and other models are good for conversation. And I'm equally using this client to kind of access Ollama locally as well, which allows you to basically go to your own, you know, Ollama installation locally. So if I have my application on Forge, I would host Ollama on Forge as well, correct? You can obviously use a paid service, but if you plan to actually use a bunch of, you know, processing, you can either, you know, have huge quantity of memory RAM, or potentially just use a smaller model. You can use Gima 3, for example, with as little as 1 GB of RAM, for example. Okay. So for the conversation, I'm currently using Gima 3, 27 billion parameters, which runs locally on my laptop. Okay, so we have the embedding, which comes out of the memory, and we can store this on the database just like that. And I'm going to just DD the embedding so you guys can see the exact content of this. Okay, let's type that. Oop, it's complaining because I literally forgot to provide Ollama on the chat command. Here we go. So I'm going to do this, Ollama client. I'm going to give it to the conversational agent, but equally to the recall instance, because he's using it for the embeddings, okay? This should be good, and it is. Hello, it's Nuno here. Oh, you're welcome, dude. Wait, what? I'm familiar with him, Nuno Maduro. He's a very well-respected figure in the fitness world. Nah, that was a nice try, ChatGPT. That was a nice try, Gima 3, actually. But I may be known in the PHP world, but not on the fitness for sure. Well, to be honest, I already trained 3 times this week, chat. 3 times this week. It's hilarious. Oh my god, what do we have? So, cannot use object embedded response as array. Oh, interesting. Do they have a property with the embeddings? Let me see. They do. Embeddings. Let's go to the recall and embeddings. And I want the first one. Thank you. This should be actually good now. Hello, Nuno Maduro here. Here we go, chat. We have our embedding. This is like the vector representation, okay? When people tell you about vector databases, what those vector databases hold on every single row is effectively this stuff, okay? So what we are seeing right now is the vector representation of this content, which for now is a static memory. Once we actually compute the memory, will be an actual memory. Like the username is Nuno Maduro. He has 3 appointments next week. He is a fitness god and a PHP magician. So that will be fun. I should store it as a JSON. Yeah, man, I can do that indeed. Let's go there. If it doesn't work, it will be your fault, okay? Here we go. JSON. Here we go, chat. So you have the content and the embedding, just like that. Cool. All right, this should actually store the thing on a database. Let's see. Wait, SQLite? Oh, dude, you told me. You told me. I'm seeing exception already. Array to string conversion. Insert into memories. Values. Wait a second. Oh, I need the cast. Okay, so let's go to my memory thing. I definitely don't need fillables, that's for sure. Burn with hell with fillables. Do you want to hear JSON or array? Or both? Or any? Can you let me know? We don't have an enum anymore, Adrian. I removed the enum. Okay, I'm going to use array for now. Let's see how it goes. Yes, it worked. So in theory, if I type Tinker, if I do... Wait, what? Oh, I removed Tinker. That's right. Jesus Christ. I removed Tinker. I don't like Tinker as well. That's crazy. Crazy. Insane. There we go. Tinker is back, baby. Here we go. We have our memory as a vector representation, okay? So content my memory, and this is the vector representation. Dudes, the very final step is actually creating a memory, okay? So for that, I'm going to create a memory agent. Okay, Shad? Let's create a memory agent. And I'm going to call this memory agent. Again, the goal of this new agent is literally a new agent. You know, we are going to literally fetch a new model that its own responsibility is fetch the latest 5 numbers on the 5 messages on the session and kind of fetch a memory from them. You know what I mean? That's the goal. That's the goal. You want me to open a table plus? I actually use, what do I use even? I use this project called SQL Ace. That's what I use at the moment for everything. So I use table plus for Postgres situations, but SQL Ace for everything else. And typically I just remove Tinker. Why the disapproval on fillables? Yeah, dude, I'm not a big fan of fillables, you know? If DD is like the god of everything, fillables will be like down below, you know, on the things I disapprove on Laravel. I'm currently creating an AI assistant using Ollama locally, and I've implemented pretty much the conversational agent already. One of the problems is that it doesn't preserve the conversations once I'm done with the session. But also a problem that I forgot to mention, guys, is this is a huge problem actually. which is, you see this in-memory session? In theory, we cannot keep adding messages to this array, in theory, okay? We need to keep them on the context window. Have you ever noticed when you are chatting with ChatGPT or any other model, and you are having a very long conversation, and suddenly ChatGPT just forgets a little bit about the previous conversations during that session? That's called the context window, because effectively it cannot preserve all the messages on the conversation. So, there is that problem as well that we are going to have to fix. But so this rack situation, which is literally just preserving things on on a database, will help us with that as well. So we're developing the memory agent. So the goal of this agent is fetch a memory out of the previous conversations, okay? Yeah, not a big fan of fillables here, dude. Not a big fan. I'm sorry. Apologize, okay? I apologize. So memory agent is initialized maybe. Bam, bam, boom, Ollama. Yes, we need that. We don't need the recall. We do need the session. We don't need the personality and name or expertise. That's gone. Then we are going to have what exactly? We are going to have what exactly? We're going to have a simple Boolean. Something like memory, okay? Yeah, memory. And this will return a string or not, okay? Yeah. Just as sexy as this, exactly. And then we go to the situation, we keep it off. We don't need this anymore as well. This can be all gone. We just have a public method with the name memory. This is looking sexy so far. What else do we need? Fetches a memory out of the current session, if any, because sometimes I may say just hello, okay? So let's fetch all the session, okay? Let's fetch all the session. I forgot, I do need to initialize the guy. Yeah, I need to tell them that you are a memory agent, your goal is do blah, blah, blah. I do need to do that. So it becomes really smart. Yeah, so you are a memory agent. Your goal is receive an entire session of messages and return back the memories that should be preserved. Just like an human, you only need to preserve the important memories. Respond using the JSON format like this. Be sure to always use the same vocabulary and tone for the messages. For the memories, actually. Oh my god, to use the same vocabulary and tone for the memories, okay? So we don't preserve duplicates. What do you guys think about this? Is it looking good? This model won't do the embedding, so we have a different model for the embedding. So just to recap a little bit, we have the conversation model, okay, which is geometry. We have the memory agent, which will be another model. For now, I think I'm going to use still geometry, but potentially I'm going to use a faster one, hopefully. And then we have another model for just the embedding, which is this one. Okay? The goal of this assistant AI is have infinite memory, is being able to provide me help or anything, like being a gym coach or, just a friend, maybe, or, a co-worker on my programming project. But I want this guy to remember things. So imagine that I have someone helping me out with Laravel Cloud or helping me out building a package. Imagine that all of the context is preserved in memory. And next time he's coming back, he will still remember all of the coding sessions, Yes, Portugal changed the time last Saturday, indeed. Jordan is saying, I like fillable, but because is having somewhere to see my column names. Well, the fillable wouldn't just hold the column names that are actually fillable. It doesn't seem a good place to actually store all of the column names, This will basically be an API. For now, we are using a console, but I want this to be just a PHP package where people can hook and implement their front end of choice using Vue or React or something else. You know what I mean? Today I'm going to continue to stream for the next hour. Are you guys okay with that? Typically my live streams are just 2 hours, from 9 p.m. to 11. But I think today I'm going to finish this. Are you guys okay with that? Oh, that's great. Thank you. By the way, chat, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. If you're enjoying the content today, leave a like, a following, and all of those cool things. And yeah, today we are literally building this AI assistant and having a bunch of fun. So memory agent. Okay, this is looking good. I'm gonna definitely use like a faster agent, I think, for this. I don't want this guy to answer with the embedding. That's why you were asking if this one will return the embedding. It won't. It will return just an array of memories. That's it. Okay? Just like this. That's it. My memory, or I'm going to actually give a real example. The user name is Adrian, for example. Okay? His best friend is Peak and Flow. He loves computers. He loves computer science.
_______.
Oh, Bonkers, thank you so much for your support, dude. It's crazy, man. You are always supporting my work, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, chat. You can literally as well, if you enjoy my content, you can support me on Twitch and YouTube. You don't have to, but you can. So these are the memories, okay? They are going to be returned always with the same tone and vocabulary, so we can literally use MD5 for this as well, okay? This is looking good. I can remove this. I can leave that. I can remove this. Bam, initialized. I'm going to call this new memories because effectively I want to retrieve all of the news, basically, not the old ones. This will receive another session. So we have the session for this memory agent, but equally another session just for the memories. Why are you complaining though? It's yellow all over the place. Okay, I'm going to run Pint on this. How about now? Are you happy? Still not happy. Oh, implements agent. I'm going to remove this for now. Because we don't have a chat to begin with. Ollama is not used yet, but it will. So I'm going to fetch all of the sessions. Realistically, here, I probably don't need all of them, but I'm going to do that for now, okay? I'm going to ensure this is initialized. And then just type this, Ollama. I want to use just the chat create. We can use a smaller one here. Let's use Gma. Let's use the same one, just for the sake of it. Okay, this will return back a response. And we are going to literally JSON decode the response. So JSON recode the response with a true at the end. So we get an array. If you do this without the true, you get an object, an stdo class. If you do a true, you'll get an array, okay? Bonkers is saying, your streams bring me a lot, so please never stop streaming. Besides, I'm also working right now with your streams. It's like 10 times more pleasant. Dude, I'm actually a big fan of watching content of Twitch exactly like that, you know? Every time I watch Twitch is as a background. It's not like I'm literally watching that person doing that all the time. I like to tune in on Twitch and just put it on the background on a side monitor, or even just to hear the voices and the noises. That's it. Sea Films is asking the following: when was the last time you built a vanilla PHP project? I mean, I do PHP for a living, so, you know, pretty much every week I build something from scratch. You know, either be a package or just a POC or, you know, a new app, for example. Not every week, but every 2 weeks for sure. You know, I've built pretty much Laravel Cloud from scratch, for example. That was super fun. But, you know, I've built Pack PHP as well from raw PHP as well. That was fun. A lot of fun, actually. So we have a response which will be kind of, you know, all of the memories. What can we do now? If we have actually something proper formatted, we need to tell him like to always respond on JSON. And always use the JSON format. So if I have a memory, actually I'm gonna blow up if I don't have a memory. I want to keep it really stupidly simple. I'm gonna keep this local array with, and do I want to do that? Maybe not. I'm gonna just do this, I guess, just to keep it stupidly simple. There we go. There we go. And finally, so I have a memory agent. And I think I want to use this memory agent on a recall class, I think, right? Let me think. Yes, I want to use it here. So I'm going to go to the chat command. And I'm going to equally create a second agent, which will be called the memory agent, equals to new memory agent, receives Ollama, and a new session. This will be won't be the same one. Conversational agent, oops, conversational session, agent session. Beautiful chat. This is working so good. It's going way better than I expected, to be honest, because this stuff is complex, you know. So I'm happy that we end up actually doing something really cool. Memory agent, and I need to send this to the recall situation, and I still need to send the Ollama. Yeah. Beautiful. And finally, I'm going to fetch the memories from the memory agent. For every single memory, I'm going to compute the embedding like that. And I have all of the embeddings. And for every single one, do I want to do this? Maybe. Yeah, I want to do this, yeah. I could do here a save many, but I'm going to, keep it simple again. So the content is equals to, I need a key here. What I'm even doing at the moment? What the heck? No, focus. This will be content. Here we go. The embedding is equal to exactly this. And finally, I'm going to save this to memory. So this is the place where we potentially would not save duplicates, but for now I'm going to keep it simple again. And this should actually already do anything, really. Let's see. Figueira43 is saying, brother, you sound like you would look a very good university professor on any CS department. Thank you, dude. Fush4 is asking, how does transferring embedding values between models work? Can you elaborate on your question? Sorry, I don't think I got it. Bonkers is saying that he also, sees Twitch on the second monitor. I'm the same, dude. I'm the same indeed. Okay, Shad. For each one of the memories, we have the respective embedding, and we have the content as well. So we can preserve this on the database. Easy as hell. You forgot to change the session parameter, did I? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I forgot to provide the session parameter, you mean, right? Thank you for the feedback. That's a good one. So this is the session from my agent, right? This is a session from my agent. And what you are saying is that I need to basically accept any kind of session. Wait, what? Now I'm confused. You forget to change the session parameter. What are you talking about? Seems to be working, I guess. Oh, you mean here? No. What do you mean exactly? You want this playlist as well? This is basically, so in case you don't know, I'm not allowed to provide copyright music, okay? So what I did is that I went to this website called epidemicsound.com and I bought a subscription, and now I'm able to use this music on my videos. That's why if I end up doing a video out of this stream on my YouTube channel, I can literally use this music because I'm allowed to do it, okay? Oh, yeah. Oh, you forgot to change this variable. Yeah. It wouldn't compile, so... Here we go. All right, do we have this working? Let's see. PHP Artisan Chat. It is compiling on the first try. This is awesome. Hi, my name is Figueira43. So it is compiling, it is sending to my local model the information. Let's see the response. Hi, Figure43. Nice to meet you. It's Adrian here. I'm glad you reached out. All right, cool. And it blowed up basically while fetching the information for my memory agent. So again, at this moment, we have literally two messages. We have my first one and this second one. And we contact the memory agent requesting for what is the memory we are fetching out of this current conversation. And obviously the memory should be, the username is Figure43, okay? But obviously the answer wasn't the JSON content. So what I will do is that I'm gonna dump this content right here and just say something like, dump, memory dump, to see what exactly do we have over there, okay? Let's go again. Oh, I think the issue will be, I forgot to trim, but let's see. Hi, again. No, I'm not listening from Spotify. I'm literally listening the same music as you guys are, which is the same one from Epidemic Sound, okay? Hi Cam, I'm going to potentially make this entire project an open source repo. So basically my goal is have an organization with the name RealMind, where I'm going to have, this kind of package which allows you to hook and use this, okay? Let's see now. Hi Cam, nice to meet you. Then we reach the memory agent. Oh, it's literally empty. Like, what the fuck? Why would that be empty? Okay, let me see. What messages do we have here? That's awkward. I would expect this to literally be, a JSON response with all of the memories. That's weird. Hi, my name is Bonkers, ______. Here we go. He wrote like the underscores as well. Okay. He definitely fetched all of the messages like that. Interesting. Ooh, I think I know the problem. The problem was the last message was from the assistants, and I cannot send this way. I need to send this like this. User. I'm so stupid. I need to send this way. Here we go. And now I just do this. I was literally, sending the entire message session from the original conversational agent. But what I need to do is keep the same system prompt, which is, return me back all of the JSON content, blah, blah, blah. And this are all the messages from the original conversational agent. So this should work now. I'm going to keep these dumps because you guys know what is the best debugger, right? So let's keep that for now. Hello, my name is Adrian. He will say probably my name is Adrian too. Adrian is saying it's possible to set up your audio in OBS, so hear the music on Twitch during the live stream, but will not be on the VOD. Yeah, but I like music on my videos, to be honest, It worked actually. The username is Adrian. I am a gym expert. In my expertise are fitness, nutrition, and wellness. This is so good. It actually worked out. So it's telling basically the memories of the AI is the AI remembers that the user he's talking to is Adrian. It also remembers what the AI actually is, which is gym expert, and also remember his own fitness, expertise on fitness. This is awesome. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Oh my god, oh my god. I feel we are so close now. This is crazy. Oh yeah, baby. All right, so how close are we at the moment? We have this offset of null happening on the line 51. I don't use PHP-ML. Dude, after seeing this stuff, this is all I care about at the moment. I'm going to tell you guys something. I don't know what you guys feel at the moment, but at the moment, it's been years that I haven't been as excited about technology, okay? Over the years, you know, when I started programming, you know, I was learning PHP and then JavaScript, and then I learned like a front-end framework, and then I learned like a back-end framework. But once you go there, once you learn kind of those things, nothing else surprises you really. You know, it's like you learn what is MySQL, and then you learn what is Postgres, and you know, it's exciting, but not super crazy. You learn Laravel, and then you learn like Django or Rails, and it's not as exciting. And for me, like learning something like Go the other day was like, another language, works like the other ones I have learned in the past. So AI is something truly new. Like this stuff we are doing today is something truly new. Being able to speak with someone, remember the memories, and just purely on the computer, it's just awesome. Adrian is saying, do not preserve the JSON thing. Ooh, you're right. Thank you. Do you think I can tell the AI to not keep this? Let's see. Let's go to the chat agent and tell them not keep the JSON thing. Do I care about that? Yeah, I'm gonna remove it. Maybe it's easier. So remove JSON and that from the response. Okay, he did this preg replace, which I have no idea what it is, okay? You guys are experts on reject expressions, I am not. So I'm gonna just trust on AI for this, okay? All right, chat. Let's go again. Hello, my name is Nuno. I love DD. Hi, Mateus. Oh, I did fail again. Oh, I removed the dump. Okay. I'm doing PHP, by the way. If you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer, also Laravel core team member, and I'm streaming every day on Twitch. Give me a follow if you enjoy the content. I'm gonna probably tell the AI to not use the JSON thing. Don't use JSON at the start or at the end of the response. Simply return the JSON object so I can parse it easily. Okay, let's see now. I'm going to remove the preg replace and just do a dump on the response. Okay, let's see now. You do Python? Well, welcome to the live stream. You would love PHP. To be honest, you probably wouldn't love PHP, but you would love Laravel. Laravel is pretty cool. Hi, Danny. Nice to see you. Hi, Carlson. Nice to see you as well. My name is Carlson now. Let's see how it goes. Almost. Oh my god, the AI is so stupid. It's keeping the JSON crap. Okay, I'm gonna just do a Laravel thing. Okay, this is why I love Laravel. I'm gonna show you something, okay? You can do something like this. Response equals to string response after the JSON crap, like that, okay? This is pretty Laravel, okay? This string helper right here. So after JSON, and before that, and then trim it to string. I can possibly also like do JSON decode. Oh no, I cannot. That would be cool though. Let's keep it like this. String between. Oh, you mean here? That's a good one. Thank you. Instead of doing this, that's a nice helper, by the way. Ooh, that's sexy. Thank you, thank you. So, hello, my name is, let's see, Danny. Oh, that was close. Oh, we are actually close. We are this is so good. The username is Danny. I'm Adrian, a gym expert. I specialize in fitness, nutrition, and wellness. It's so good. Okay, the last top is this one. Recall line 35. It's telling me the following. E cannot read property embedding in array. Oh. I don't think we even need this, do we? I just do this. I think that's it. Hello, my name is Yamudabad110. You'll be the first guy going to the database as a memory. For starting now, we are going to use always your name. Because I think this will actually work now. Oh my god, it's on the database. Are you guys ready? So in theory, if I close this, I just open this with Tinker, I type memory all, and I see the full vector with, I can help with fitness, nutrition, perfect. I'm Adrian. All right, you are effectively on the database. You are the username for now. See you tomorrow, Luis. Okay, chat. We literally have memories at the moment. I'm going to clear them all. We need to inject those memories to finally being able to use them. Okay, so migrate fresh. Here we go. We have memories, which is a very good thing. We need to inject these memories always. Okay, not always, but at least based on the user context or the user question, basically. Okay, so we are going to go to the conversational agent. And what I will do is, before actually using the conversational agent, so I'm going to go to the chat again. I'm going to do this. Do I want to do this? Maybe not. Wait a second. So the recall creates the memories. Yeah. So here I need to have something like public function. Recall based on the query. There we go. So I have a query and I need to fetch some memories based on the query. Okay, so let's type here memories. Let's actually fetch all of the memories. Memories. Memory. There we go. Query all. Or just all. Yeah. There we go. I'm cooking an AI assistant with infinite memory. That's what I'm doing at the moment, okay? So chat, just to recap a little bit, what do we have at the moment? We have a chat command which accepts a prompt, and then the AI agent will answer back. Okay, that's what we have at the moment, which is already very good. However, one of the problems is that every time we end the session, we don't have memories at all, okay? So, what we have done is that we have this middleware called the memory agent, which will constantly fetch all of the session of the conversation and keep the most important memories on the database, okay? The final step of all of this is literally feeding the conversational agent with those memories. So every time I say something like, "What is my name?" Okay? The conversational agent will fetch the memories and just say, "I know your name because I have that on my memory." Okay? That's basically it. Infinite memory with an AI assistant. Okay? Hey, what's up, Soft? Nice to see you, man. It's more than a gym coach. Basically, here you can configure the conversational agent to be whatever you want to. It can be your tax assistant. It can be your friend, for example. It can be your coworker. So if I go to my chat command, for example, I'm able to provide whatever I want to. So here, my coach is called Adrian. The personality is a gym expert with expertise on fitness, nutrition, and wellness. But you can provide here whatever you want to. Okay, I think this will be massive. Honestly, haven't been as excited for a project like I am for this one for a while. Like, I think being able to recall things is just massively important. Okay? Okay, chat. What I want to do here to kind of end things and effectively see all of this working is fetch this recall instance, which will be constantly populated with information. And when the user is making a question, I'm going to say the following. Recall memories, okay? Or how do we say, what is the process of thinking? Maybe thinking even? Yeah, let's say thinking, yeah. Because basically I'm going to think regarding a prompt. Someone asks me something, I'm going to think in my brain, like, to fetch the information, you know? That's like ChatGPT on the console, except with memory, dude, which is way more powerful, okay? So recall, think about that prompt, okay? And I want you to use the conversational session to put whatever you need to put over there, okay? This will be the key, by the way. This will be the end game for the Skynet situation, okay? Because I'm going to give endless possibilities to this AI agent starting this moment, okay? Endless possibilities. So let's call this think. This will receive. Ooh, I already have the session. I don't even need to do it again. Nice, nice. I can just do think with a prompt. That's it. I don't need to provide this. Okay, think about that prompt. So fetch all of the memories and add a system. This will be the key, dudes. This will be the key. Add a system prompt. Again, we talked about this. User prompt is your own. Assistant is the AI. System is kind of the narrative of the story, okay? It wasn't something said by you or the AI. It's kind of the narrative of the story, okay? So add a system prompt, which will be all of those memories. And I'm going to type something like this. System EOT again. Memory agent here. The user is about to ask a question, and these memories may be important for the answer. This is looking so good. Okay? And then we just plug all of the memories with a new line, and this thing, okay? We are not yet fetching the relevant memories, okay? At some point, we are going to use that vector we talked about, okay? We are going to use the vector we talked about because we don't want all memories. We just want a few of them. But at the moment, I'm going to keep it simple for now, okay? Okay, chat. This is the moment of truth. The real moment of truth. Hello. What is my name? So hopefully it doesn't know, because I did the migrate fresh, whatever, right? So hopefully it doesn't know. Good to see you. As your memory agent. Wait, what? Okay, maybe I don't include this memory agent because I think it's fucking a little bit the system. Yeah, let's go down again. Hello, what is my name? Wait, what? Did I do the refresh? 1 second. Did I? Okay, let's go again. Hello. What is my name? Okay, he doesn't know my name. Here we go. Here we go. This is making sense. This is making sense. Now, okay, blah, blah, blah. Cool. All right. My name is Taylor Otwell. And I do own a Lambo. Okay, that is 2 memories out of this situation, okay? The first one is that my name is Taylor. The second one is that I own a Lambo. This is what I'm hoping, so you know what I mean? So I'm going to send this. Okay. Cool. It's thinking, cool. So far, all good. So far, it's like going as expected. Nothing out of the ordinary, basically, okay? Still thinking. Okay, so now I can quit the session. Okay, so I'm going to type Control-C, quit the session. I'm going to go to sleep. I'm going to do whatever. And I'm going to come back on the next day to my AI agent. And I'm speaking with the guy. So I'm going to say something like this. What is my name? Okay, let's pray for the gods now, Shad, okay? Let's pray for the gods. Please work. Oh my god. Your name is Taylor Otwell. Nice to meet you. I understand you have an excellent taste for cars. A Lamborghini? Whoa. Oh my god. This is so good. This is so good, like literally. Oh my god. Great that we are friends now. Remind me that I have an appointment tomorrow or next Monday at 3 p.m. See you tomorrow. This is so good. Like, honestly, this situation is just mind-blowing, man. Mind-blowing. So what we're going to implement, by the way, Shad, is that instead of here fetching all of the memories and just plug them here, I can use vector searching to only plug the important ones, you know? So now I'm going to quit the session, going to sleep, do whatever I want. And I'm going to say something really cool. It's Monday today. So I just quit. I'm back. Okay. Quit. I'm back. It's Monday today. What do I have to do Wait, what? You have an appointment with Taylor Otwell? Okay, this is not correct, but it wasn't bad. Today at 3 p.m., you have an appointment with Taylor Otwell. He owns a Lamborghini. Okay, that's not correct, but isn't bad, okay? What is the memories he holds at the moment? The username is Adrian, which is incorrect. We need to curate this, okay? I feel like the memories need to be curated. We are going to work on that. But as you guys can see, he's holding some memories. Not the most important ones, but he's holding some memories, okay? Adrian have an appointment with Taylor Otwell next Monday at 3 p.m. Oh, it might be actually my memory agent hallucinating a little bit. Yeah, this memory agent, the one that is like, sending all the roles and whatever, this is not yet returning the proper memories, you know what I mean? But we're going to work on this. I may have still Adrian on the memory. Yeah, I don't know. Because they are all the same? No. You don't have a Lambo, do you, Adrian? Oh, I said we have an appointment? Really? It might be that. I don't know. What do I have to do? Yeah, maybe. But you guys get the point. You guys get the point. So, by the way, let's just recap a little bit. Today we talked about a bunch of stuff, okay? We talked about developing an AI assistant locally, okay? When we use Ollama, which is a local thing we can use for this kind of situations, okay? Ollama.com, and you can use multiple models locally for free without even internet connection, okay? That's one of the things. We talked about that when holding a conversation, you want to have different roles, okay? One of them being the system, which is basically the narrator of the story, okay? Is the place where you tell what the AI actually is, the expertise the AI has, and everything. We have the user, which is you, and we have the assistant, which is the AI itself. So we managed to actually hold the conversation on my console, just like we have with ChatGPT. So we talked about that, and we have done that. The second thing we did is every single time we are holding a conversation, I'm going to have a second agent which is coming in, which is called this memory agent. And each time there is anything worth to be memorable, okay, I'm going to ask, can you, send me an array of memories so I can store them on a database, okay? Finally, once we did that, in the second prompt comes, or on the next day, something I always do is the following. I'm going to ask the recall to think a little bit and do the following. Regarding the given prompt, fetch the important memories that may affect this given prompt. And this will, if I ask what is my name, will return only the memory that says the username is Nuno and everything. And finally, we'll tell the original conversational AI about those memories. The user is about to make you a question, and these memories might be important for the conversation, okay? And we just plug them here. So effectively, this holds or provides infinite memory with this. We have infinite memory. The memory you have for this is effectively the disk size, because it's the memory that your database holds. Obviously here, we need to do some vector search, okay? So in theory, here, we wouldn't have all of the memories. We would have, search using vector or whatever we have on Laravel, and we provide the prompt. And this will return only the things that matter for this, only the memories that matter for that prompt. That uses vector searching. Again, it's not a search by words or a search by a specific phrase. It's not a typo thing either. It's effectively vector searching with real numbers, okay? Let's give this another try. So I'm going to type, my name is Nuno Maduro, and Peak and Flow is my best friend. Let's actually change a little bit the conversational agent role here. Let's go here. So we have... Okay, let's call the conversational agent John. You are a Laravel expert. Or actually, personality, you are a confident, friendly, and helpful. Yeah, you are confident, friendly, and helpful. In your expertise are Laravel developer, PHP developer, okay? So the guy is John. He's confident, friendly, and helpful. Laravel developer, PHP developer, okay? Let's go again. There we go. PHP artisan Shad. Hi, man. Do you remember... Oh, my name is Nuno. Do you remember... where do I declare routes in Laravel? Hopefully it does, right? Oh, what's happening? Search using vector. Okay, forgot to unclear that. 1 second, chat. There we go. Can I just copy this? Yes. There we go. Which model I'm using? I'm using Gma 3, okay? It's pretty much the first one in the list. MySQL, I don't think MySQL have proximity to search with vectors. I can use, so I'm going to tell you, Shad, what I have tried yesterday. Yesterday I've tried to use this thing. Let me just copy and show you. Yeah, I have this thing. I don't know if you guys know this. So potentially I could use this, by the way, okay? I have this cuisine similarity. I don't know if any of you, write in the chat if you know what this is about. What this does is effectively search by vector, okay? We can potentially use this a little bit to see how it goes. But let's see this for now. So the memory are, the username is Nuno Maduro. The user is asking about Laravel routes. The routes in Laravel are declared in files like blah, blah, blah. This is not an important memory. So again, we need to curate the memory agent. So I'm going to close this, just go away, you know, do whatever I want. Bam, bam, bam. PHP artisan chat again. I'm going to type, hi, do you remember my name? What keyboard I use? I use this one. Oh my god, it's so cool. Yes, I absolutely do. Nuno, good to see you again. This is so exciting, man. I'm so excited about this. Like literally developing my own agent. It didn't store, because I made a question which is, what is my name? It didn't thought that was a good memory, so it didn't store that to begin with. This is so powerful. Honestly, I'm so excited about this. Like so excited. Great. I work every single day. I'm going to do something really like insane. I work every single weekday at 8 a.m. However, next Friday, I have lunch with my wife at 1 p.m. Okay, this is kind of complex already, right? So I'm going to send this. Oh, I didn't show in camera. Apologize. I used this lab. Here we go. Is the Mac keyboard, I think, like the Apple keyboard. Here we go. Yeah, my setup is literally like the Mac keyboard. I have an M4 Apple. I use a regular iPhone. And that's it. So the memories were, the user works every weekday at 8 p.m. The user has lunch with his wife next Friday at 1 p.m. Okay, so I'm going to quit. Just do whatever I want to. Just go again. And do something like, hi there. It's Friday. How my day will be. So it's telling me that it's Friday. You have you work every weekday at 8 a.m. So your day is likely to start with another work day. However, you have a lovely treat planned. You've got lunch with your wife. It told me next Friday, which should be this Friday. But it's so good. For VectorDB, so Justin is saying for VectorDB you can use Postgres self-hosted. Interesting. I don't want to use paid stuff, you know. I feel like I can use some, you know, some. I even know that SQLite has some extension for this, so I may use SQLite. This is so exciting, man. Let's use this real quick. The cuisine similarity. Okay, this is basically a way of computing the most important memories and discard the ones that are not important, because over time we are going to have a bunch of memories, you know what I mean? So here what I can do is do something like sort by cuisine similarity and type usort, I think, right? Let me see what I have here. 1 second, chat. I don't. Oh, I haven't done anything here, I think. Or did I? Oh, probably not. Oh, I did. Okay, I think we can use this. There we go. What is this core situation, though? I cannot remember now. Okay, I think I'm going to just code this from scratch and that's it. Oh, I remember. Okay, I remember. So the first thing we need to do is compute the embedding of the given prompt, and then you know, try to understand how close is to the embedding of the memory. Exactly that. Yep. So needs to receive Ollama. We have that already. So this basically. So we need to compute the embedding, exactly this, yeah. Effectively, in the way that he's coding this, effectively. So then I usort, exactly. And then I just collect the top ones, basically. Yep. And I just use the top memories. Yeah, this is how I have pictured this, by the way, Shad. Okay. Just collect this. Here we go. What is this though? Oh, this will be the score, right? If I remember correctly. Yep. So that given memory, that given memory ID will have that given score. Exactly. Okay, I remember this. Then I sort them. And finally, here I probably can do this way. Here we go. Just preserve the content and how similar they are. Would this work? I don't think it would, no. I'm gonna do it just like this to keep it simple. Will this work? Let's see. Probably not, but let's see. Hello. What is my name? Oh, it did work. Interesting. The username is Nuno. That was one of the first ones. Yeah, this can be heavily optimized, by the way, okay? But I'm going to keep it simple for now, again. And what this is doing, by the way, just to, I'm a little bit tired already, but what this is doing is that fetching all of the memories and kind of pretend that we are literally doing a vector search using this very interesting algorithm in PHP, okay? Ooh, this needs to return something, though, I think. Yep. That's why I was seeing the Nuno on the fifth place. Let's do this now. What is my name? So I should see Nuno in the first position. Let's just fetch the first one. What is the most relevant memory when I ask you for the name? What is my name? And the most relevant one is, it should be like literally, my name is Nuno. Here we go. So this is like vector searching. Obviously, it doesn't scale very well because we are fetching all of the memory of the databases, okay? It doesn't scale very well, but it does the job for now, okay? This is not vibe coding now. I'm streaming from my Apple MacBook M4, but honestly, if I knew that I will be using so much AI locally, I probably would end up using different memory RAM. I probably would end up going with something like 128 megabytes of memory, basically. I think, gigabytes, sorry. Oops. I made a mistake by going with only 36. So my MacBook currently sits on 36 gigabytes of memory, but this was a huge mistake. I had no idea I would end up using so much AI locally, I think collections have a sort. Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up doing a bunch of refactoring here, but realistically, I'm gonna use a real database vector search. This is just basically for make it work and make it happy for now, I'm not fetching. Ooh, I could do it like this. Yep, you're right. Sorry. So this is like prompt embedding. You're right, by the way. I can just do it once, like this. This will make it a little bit more faster, actually. That was a good call. Thank you, thank you. What is my name? This should be working way better than before, by the way, with just the top memories. What is my name again? For coding, which Mac I do recommend? I don't know. I think you'll be happy with any M series, basically. I had the M1 before this M4, and I was happy with it. The M1, So you can go with M1, M2, M3, but if you have money, just go with M4, This is so cool. Your username is Nuno Maduro, if I recall correctly. There's anything I can help you today? Perhaps something with Laravel and PHP related? I'm going to say something like, I am the creator of past PHP. And just send this. Amdabad is saying, do you have a better command to log only what you want other than get content path? I don't think I do. I don't use that command, by the way. Peek and Flow is saying, I have M2 with 32 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, this music is so good. Peek and Flow is saying, I have an M2 with 32 gigabytes of RAM. I'm happy with it. I can run Ollama locally. Yeah, you can run Ollama locally, but not like the powerful models, 24 gigabytes of RAM, it's okay. I think it's okay. But if you have money, like, I'm going to be honest, if you have a bunch of money, just go with the highest model. That's it. If you don't care, of course. Okay, so I can leave. Ooh, what happened? So I can just leave. I can type PHP artisan shed. Tell me everything you know about me. This is so cool. Like, I don't know if you guys are as excited as I am, but this feels so good. Wait, what? My memory tells me your name is John. This is incorrect, by the way. Yeah, the memory agent needs to be curated. This is like ways, there is so many ways to improve this, but yeah, this is wrong. This answer was wrong, but we can improve this much better for sure. Okay, chat, you guys got the point today. What we talked about? We talked about running Ollama locally. Let's just recap a little bit, okay? Let's recap. We talked about running Ollama locally. We noticed that there is this website called ollama.com, which you can use for fetching models and run them locally effectively, okay? You just click on download, and then you use your favorite model locally, just as easy as copying this command and running this command locally, and you have immediately a chat on your terminal just like that. We also noticed that we can actually interact with Ollama locally using a client, and I'm using PHP Lover here, so I can just use this PHP client to interact with Ollama. Now, interacting with Ollama locally gives me a very basic API, right? I can interact just like I interact with ChatGPT, so it won't remember anything. That's where we have things like RAG, which is this technique to augment or increase the memory of the AI. I'm using it for memory purposes. There is people who use this technique for other things, like feeding some context to the AI regarding some documentation, for example. So we are using RAG for that, and we have used embeddings to fetch the most relevant memory, okay? So every single time we have a new prompt, we are going to fetch, using the embeddings, what is the most relevant information. So today we talked about this too, in this too. There is still more about AI development, which I didn't have the time today, but I want to talk about, which is tools, and model context protocol. Now, tools is actually a very cool one because you can literally give access to the AI to interact with your terminal, for example. So if you give access to the AI to interact with your terminal, the AI can find things like, what is the current time? It can make little HTTP requests and fetch responses. It can do everything you are able to do from the terminal. So if I ask the AI, what do I have to do today? And I have both tools and the RAG memory, the AI will be able to use the tool to know the current day, and then we'll use RAG through AI memory to know how my day schedule looks like. So I hope you guys can understand how powerful these techniques are on making AI outside of its sandbox, basically, and make it so much more powerful. And yeah, I think we are going to explore tools on a different live stream because obviously today is already a little bit late here. But we are going to do a live stream full about tools, okay? The last thing I want to tell you, chat, is, I don't know if you noticed, we literally changed the schedule of the live streams. The live streams are now every single day, every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, okay? So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my Twitch and YouTube live streams. YouTube videos are still every weekday, okay? That gives me a little bit more time, not only for editing, but also to come with good topics for the live streams. For example, this AI development thing was discovered yesterday during the night, and I was super happy about this. Ollama is free, yes. You can run it locally if you have enough memory for it, okay? Next Friday, we have a very special live stream. We are going to talk about TypeSense. You guys see these guys right here? TypeSense is literally one of the sponsors of the channel, but also an amazing solution as a search technique. So I want to explore type search. I want to see how type search fits my mental model of coding things. I want to see how it fits well with Laravel and hopefully make an application that uses type search. I think it'll be fun. So if you guys are enjoy the type of content, come Friday, I think it'll be super fun. That being said, PHP 9 looks interesting. There is no PHP 9, by the way. That being said, I think that's it for today. Let's rate someone. As usual on Twitch. Let's see who is online so we can rate. Okay. It was super fun, the live stream. I really appreciate your support. Today we were more than 200 across Twitch and YouTube together. Okay. We reached 200 people watching me online, and that's why I don't no longer think about doing literally talks. Because why would I do talks if I can literally just be here learning and still having people watching me is 1,000 times more fun. Okay, I'm going to raid a Laravel developer, call it Alexander6, which is literally a Laravel developer. So I'm going to raid them, and I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun. So that being said, thank you so much for coming today, chat. I love you all, and catch you guys next Monday. Peace out.